What's going on, everybody? Clifton Denny with On Your Own Outdoors. Coming to you today to do another stand review. So the stand that we've got today is the Hawk Hunt from Above Climber. As you all know, we've done the Hawk saddle review. So anyways, I was talking to my buddies down there at Max Prairie Wings. Jody was telling me about this climber. I was talking about climbers, right? So I'm a climber hunter. I like to play with all of them. So anyway, he was telling me about this stand, so I went down there and snatched it up for him real quick. It came over to a piece of public land that's one of my favorite to hunt in the state anyways, and picked out a tree, and we're gonna try this dude out today. I can tell you straight off the bat, one cool thing about it is it seems a lot like the old school old man climbers, which was something that I hunted out of pretty exclusively before I found out about the lone wolves. So anyways, it seems to pack up the same way, so let's check this dude out. All right, so right off the bat, it's got two pull straps here. You're going to see here in just a little while what those are actually used for. Alright, so when it comes to packing, it packs flat on your back. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of the pack flat on your back. That way you can keep all your weight close to you when you go to strapping your bags on there. It makes a big difference whenever you start talking about walking a long distance. One thing I'm not a fan of just right off the bat, this thing makes a lot of racket. Alright, so on this, I think the first thing I would do right out of the box is super glue these little tabs on. When you go to mess with this, they pull off kind of easy. However, so it's kind of a mixture of some of the other stands that we've done. It folds out kind of more like a lone wolf, but then it's got the little locking mechanisms more like a summit. So you flip this up with your thumb. You can see that. Pull this out. So I do it just like I do the rest of them. Ish. Lean up against the tree, get it started, bring it back around. So I will say another thing too is looking at this guy and the way it kind of functions. One thing to remember is like with the old man stands is remember if you get on a tree that's extremely skinny and you're not extremely skinny, these dudes will bite into your sides. See, I was talking about with our little rubber garment thing here, so get that put back in there. So one thing that some people are going to like, I will say this stand, if you're somebody that's not extremely comfortable with the climber and they kind of scare you, this stand should not. They've got double safeties for absolutely everything. So you've got, once it locks back over, you've got this little push pin. Push it through there. Now what's the bad thing about that? It rattles. So there's that. So the top is just about done. You can always exchange this rope out with more of a springy rope. Kind of makes a difference whenever you're trying to get everything set up and out of the way. So I'm going to use this side on this one so you can see it better. You've got your pull pin. Pull the pin out. Pull this up. That's the little tab that I'm talking about super gluing on. Just so you don't lose it when you're in the woods, because basically what it does is when you press that down, it kind of silences it a little bit. So you got to hold that out. This slides out. Just like the rest of them. Put it at a little bit of an angle. Pull it back around to you. And you can kind of hear that thing flapping as it goes. Here's your little push pin for extra sense of security. It goes in. So, I do like their foot strap platform thing. As I get ready to get in this, we'll kind of talk about it, but I am a fan of it. So, before we even get in the tree, these I said we would talk about them later. we'll talk about them now. So whenever I was talking about an extra sense of security, being new to a climber, again, this has the shooting rail around the front, so if you're new to a climber, it gives you that extra sense of security. The other big deal is these straps here. If you'll notice right here, you've got a little hole here. Hook it on that side, bring it around to this side, and when you're actually up in the tree, it cinches down tight and it keeps your stand from moving. So is that just a huge, huge deal? A lot of the other climbers don't offer that. This one does. I can't say that it's needed or not needed, but I will say that if you're not used to a climber, it does give you that extra sense of security where you feel a little bit more comfortable moving around while you're up in the tree. So you can go ahead and back this dude back off. The other thing is that this one is it's super light. So that is a big plus about this stand, super light. It comes with this little bag over here on the side, so you can stow your clips away, or stow your straps. All right, so when you get down inside of this, I was talking about I really like this foot strap. So you just kind of lift up on the front of it, put your feet inside. You'll bring that little bungee cord around the outside over your heels. So, getting ready to climb, just like the other one. Up, up, and away. Alright, so you can see this is a little bit smaller tree. This stand's just not a fan of it. It's a little bit more difficult to operate, but is what it is. So once you get up, it's not very springy. It's pretty solid. We're going to go ahead now, because I'm kind of curious. You can see how much play this has in it. Take you one of these straps. Comes with the stand, so that's a plus. Hook it on, and as you can tell, it just kind of sturdies it up a little bit, keeps it from sliding down the tree. So if you was to bump it or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. I like these style of stands because they kind of feel snug, but just remember, if you're a big boy, you know, this tree's probably, I don't know, 15, 16 inches across down at the base. I'm 195 pounds. If I was any bigger of a guy, you can see here where it digs into my sides like it is now. So remember, if you end up getting one of these stands, tree size does matter. It'll get on a small tree, but that doesn't mean it's going to be comfortable. So the bonus sides of it, it's super light. The sense of security is there. They give you that. The downsides, it's loud. It's more difficult to climb with than the other options. So yeah, if you want to check one out, they've got them at Max Prairie Wings. Go check them out. Look on their online store, whatever. They're a lot cheaper than their competitors. So yeah, check them out, and we'll see you later this week with some more reviews.